Inside Track is a series of podcasts presented by movers and shakers in the world of cryptocurrency. The goal of Inside Track is to educate the listener in various topics, from Bitcoin to projects to watch out for, from the future of Ethereum to NFTs, from DeFi to the next big thing in cryptocurrency. These are people who have developed cryptocurrency projects and are hands-on in the industry. They are the best people to learn from. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. This episode is presented by Andrei, Poliakov, CEO of Coinberry. Coinberry is a Canadian cryptocurrency exchange founded in Toronto in 2017, giving its users access to 18 different coins. It is the safest and most secure FinTrack registered crypto exchange, so users can buy and sell with peace of mind. In 2019, Coinberry partnered with municipal governments in Canada for Bitcoin tax payment processing, making it the first and only digital currency platform to do so. This podcast is an insight into Coinberry and cryptocurrency in general, as well as a look at how regulation is a blessing, not a curse. Over to Andrei.
Coinberry is a Canadian-based cryptocurrency brokerage platform. We have been around since mid-2017 and are currently one of the top Canadian platforms. We only service Canadians at this moment in time. Earlier this year in August, we became the first pure play cryptocurrency platform in Canada to receive registration from the Ontario Securities Commission for a crypto asset business in Canada. And so we're very happy and proud of that. And earlier in 2018, we became the first and still currently the only crypto trading platform in Canada to actually process tax payments made in Bitcoin for a municipality in Canada. And so we're very, again, happy and proud to be at the forefront of the industry in Canada and working together with the government and with the regulators to advance and grow the industry in the cryptocurrency industry in Canada.
Can you provide us with a 1-minute elevator pitch for Coinberry, as if you were talking to potential investors?
So the thesis for Coinberry and the reason why we created the company and the reason sort of why I get up in the mornings is to provide a safe, secure, and convenient and very, very easy to use platform for individuals to actually have exposure and be able to buy and sell the main cryptocurrencies available on the market. So at this stage, we offer 18 of the main cryptocurrencies available, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, all paired to the Canadian dollar. And if we are available on the iOS, on Android, and on the web, and we again focus on a very simple and easy to use user experience. So we're not an advanced exchange. We would not offer advanced trading capabilities. We offer individuals a very safe, secure, and simple and convenient manner in which to acquire Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the likes in Canada with a payment method that is used in Canada called e-transfers, which is almost instantaneous, or through wires. So individuals are able to fund their accounts through e-transfers in Canada or wire, as well as crypto, and then withdraw either Canadian dollars and e-transfers wires or crypto if they bought crypto on the platform. So our focus is simplicity, convenience, safety, and security.
Can you tell us a little about the team behind the platform?
Sure. So then I'm one of the two co-founders of the company, together with my business partner, Evan Kuhn. We are approximately 60 individuals strong at this point in time. We have a globally distributed team. So we have staff in Asia, in North America, in Europe, and we do have a large presence in Canada, of course. We are based in Toronto, in Canada, and happy to support our customers.
Can you explain your business model in more detail and what fees users have to pay?
We have an extremely transparent fee model. And one of the reasons that we have this transparent fee model is, when we were starting out with Coinberry, I used other platforms that, at least in Canada, would charge a fee for depositing fiat onto the platform. I found that to be extremely poor as a user experience. And so when we launched Coinberry, we decided to do away with all sorts of funding and withdrawal fees. So the only fee that the only way that we generate revenue on Coinberry is we charge a small spread, and that's incorporated in the price of the coin you source on Coinberry. Everything is very transparent and disclosed to our users. So the price that you see on Coinberry is the price that you pay, and that price includes our spread, which again is disclosed to the user when they go through the purchasing experience or the selling experience. It's a very transparent, very easy to use, and very intuitive fee structure.
We noticed that Canada has one of the few Bitcoin ETFs in the world. Is this something you will be providing a market in?
So currently we offer the underlying asset itself. So we offer our users the opportunity to actually acquire Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and 15 other cryptocurrencies on our platform, and actually have possession, be able to take possession of it and remove it or withdraw it from the platform should they wish to, into their own wallet or onto another service provider if they choose to do so. So that is not something we're looking to do at the moment, but that doesn't mean that that's not something we would potentially ever look at, ever.
What is your opinion on staking and yield farming? Is this something you will be offering to your clients now or in the future?
So I think passive income creation for long-term crypto holders is something which is inevitably going to compete and win with versus in terms of the fight with regular financial institutions. Staking is something which I think is extremely important in our industry, and something that we're working diligently on rolling out to our user base in the near future.
Are there other countries you wish to expand into?
Yeah, so we have a product which a certain segment of the user base responds to very well. And that segment is sort of the neophytes, individuals that are new to the industry that would like an easy to use, safe and secure platform to buy their first Bitcoin. And fundamentally, that addresses a large swath of the population. We've seen the run up. Bitcoin recently. We know that Bitcoin is here sort of to stay, and there's a lot of individuals that are looking to purchase and have exposure to Bitcoin again in a safe, secure, and convenient manner. So the business model that we have and the product offering that we have is addresses a need not only within the Canadian market, but within the US market and Europe and Asia as well. So we do have our sights to expand internationally. There's a lot of opportunity in Canada. At the current time, the market is growing very aggressively here. The regulatory framework and the regulators are very supportive of the industry. And that, us receiving our registration is one of those signs of support. And so fundamentally, we see, in the near future, our focus to remain within Canada. But fundamentally, we are looking to expand and offer our product and sort of the simplicity and the ease of use that comes with it to our users outside of Canadian.
How do you plan to compete with the likes of Coinbase and Binance? And what is your competitive advantage?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned Coinbase and Binance, because Binance actually they left the Ontario market altogether because they are not a registered entity. And so Binance, KuCoin, and a number of other large crypto exchanges have actually exited the Canadian market altogether because there is a requirement for registration, regulatory oversight in Canada. The industry in Canada is becoming much safer. It's becoming much more conducive to institutional investors, and it really focuses on making sure that retail investors' safety and security of assets is top of mind. And so the work that our regulators are doing is very supportive of where this industry is moving, and part of the industry is moving in that direction because of the regulatory framework that exists. So as it pertains to platforms that are not regulated, that are not licensed, they have been exiting the Canadian market, and therefore making the Canadian market and industry, the crypto industry in Canada, more safe and secure for Canadian investors. So our competitive advantage is that we are a regulated entity, and we have the proper procedures, protocols, and controls in place to protect our clients' assets. And fundamentally, other platforms that chose not to go that route, well, that I think says a lot as to the way they do their business and the interest that they have in our.
What level of KYC is required when setting up a new account?
So Coinberry is registered with both FinTrack as a crypto money service business and the Ontario Securities Commission as a crypto broker. So when an individual onboards with Coinberry, they are required to pass KYC in line with FinTrack requirements. So we do collect identifiable information on our users, and we also conduct suitability assessment as per our OIC mandate as well. So we are able to provide suitability feedback to our users once they've actually onboarded and start conducting trades with Coinberry.
How do you see the regulation taking shape in the crypto world? Firstly, for offshore exchanges such as FTX and Binance, for example, and secondly, for DeFi platforms that currently require no KYC?
We saw what happened with Binance earlier on in the year. There was probably 5 or 10 countries and regulators in the world that came out and either opened cases against them or enforcement actions against Binance. So what Binance is doing is referred to as regulatory arbitrage, where they they go from one sort of geographic region to another, depending on which region has the least regulatory oversight. Again, Coinberry's sort of model and thesis from day one has been to work very closely with regulators. We believe in the fact that regulatory oversight will lead to the growth and maturity of this industry, to the benefit of both industry players such as ourselves and our investors and users. So as it pertains to again, companies such as Binance that choose to go a different route, I'll leave that to their management team to sort of figure out. Fundamentally, I think it's not in the best interest of their investors and their users, and that's why we chose a different path. Now, as it pertains to DeFi projects, I think DeFi is the way of the future, personally, and I think we will see a balancing act, the same we did with the crypto industry. At the very beginning, KYC was extremely either not required or lax on most platforms in the world, and now that the platforms have become more sophisticated, more mature, and the industry matured, now we see KYC requirements becoming a necessity in certain cases, such as in the Canadian market with the regulatory oversight that exists here, and fundamentally in other markets as well. So I think we're going to see that evolution in the DeFi space as well, where there will be a balancing act of making sure that innovation and usability isn't stifled by sort of regulatory requirements. But fundamentally, I do see some form of KYC becoming a necessity on DeFi projects as well. Perhaps not in the immediate future, but in the future nonetheless.
Can you tell us a little about the current status of your project, the challenges you've faced, and how you intend to get Coinberry into the mass market, if in fact that is your intention?
Becoming a registered platform does require a lot of effort and attention and resources from the company. So one of the main challenges that we currently face is the fact that that there are a number of platforms in Canada specifically that are simply going through the registration process, and others that are already registered. And those of us that are registered have an onus that is quite a lot, and responsibility and requirements that are quite a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for here? I guess resource intensive than other platforms that are not currently registered. And so fundamentally, that it creates a bit of a competitive disadvantage for us. Again, we believe in the long-term success of our business and our chosen path, which is to be closely tied with regulatory requirements. And so I think balancing new and innovative products in a very competitive market, and the ability to roll out innovative products quickly and but then still in a safe and secure and convenient manner is sort of that is the challenge that we're facing. Is how do you move quickly enough to stay competitive, yet still robust enough to remain to remain registered and licensed.
What level of KYC is required when setting up a new account?
So in 1 year time, I see Coinberry as the leading platform, the leading crypto trading platform in Canada that will allow our Canadian users to not only trade on Coinberry, but build passive wealth through staking and other services. In 5 years, I do see Coinberry as being one of the leading crypto-focused financial institutions in Canada, as we do have a very interesting, exciting roadmap that includes both a product roadmap that includes services that expand beyond and above purely crypto services, and also a company roadmap that includes us going public early next year as well. So we will be going public on the Toronto Stock Exchange, the Venture Toronto Stock Exchange, and we're very excited about that, and looking forward to becoming the first sort of pure play crypto platform to have received registration from the commission and also to have gone public.
How can listeners find out more about Coinberry?
Sure. So we are available on www.coinberry.com. That's COINBERRY.com. We're also available on the App Store and the Play Store, so you can download our apps there. We have a great educational section to our website. And for those of your listeners that are new to the space, that are looking to find out a little bit more about Bitcoin, about crypto, please do visit our website. There's a plethora of very informative and interesting articles from basic to advanced that you can read up on. And if you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to us as well through our website. Fundamentally, we are true believers in the fact that education is the way to make the sort of to help the mass adoption of crypto in the world. And so I do ask anybody who has questions to go to our website, visit, and read up on Bitcoin and fundamentally the application of blockchain as a technology to the financial markets, which is a really, really exciting and once in a lifetime sort of opportunity that we're all witnessing right now. And it's what's sort of making me continue to drive this business forward and to offer our services that are focused on safety, security, and convenience to our users.
Time for a few general questions. What are your favorite projects in the crypto space at the moment?
I'm a Bitcoin maximalist, so I'm long on Bitcoin personally. That being said, of course, I've been following the sort of the rise of both Doge and Shibu, which are obviously very exciting to follow. But I mean, look, there are so many very, very cool projects out there. But personally, myself, I'm quite long and quite big on Bitcoin itself, and I think that's sort of where my heart lies.
How do you see the future of cryptocurrency?
Well, I see a future where cryptocurrency becomes the mainstream and the main method of financial interaction within our society. I see stable coins that are either central bank issued or not, to become to replace the current way that we interact financially entirely above and beyond crypto. I don't see us as a society using sort of paper dollars or coins much longer, and so I do think that a decentralized, whether algorithmic traded or actual asset-backed stable coins to take over the regular fiat market. And then in parallel, I do see a very aggressive growth of crypto as it may be, both in the DeFi space and the main players such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, continuing to grow and expand into everyday uses and transactions.
What gets you up in the morning?
It's the fact that we have this once in a lifetime opportunity to really help shape and form the industry in Canada, really, with Coinberry. We have a phenomenal team, and we have users that love our product, and really it's that passion to to bring that value, that safety and security, honestly, to new users. Like we set out to build this platform so that our grandparents could buy Bitcoin, and that's sort of what I want to see happen. So I want everybody's grandparents to be able to buy Bitcoin with Coinberry, and that's what keeps me up at night, and that's what helps me get up in the morning.
Time for that question we ask all our guests. If you had $1,000, which cryptocurrencies would you invest it in right now?
Another question. Oh, 1,000. I'd buy Bitcoin with $1,000. I would buy Bitcoin with $10. I would buy Bitcoin with $100,000.
Thank you, Andrei, for your valuable insight. Please subscribe to hear more podcasts in the Inside Track series and our weekly show Moonshot Monday. Essential Crypto is downloadable on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. In closing, we would just like to remind you that this podcast does not represent financial advice or a recommendation to buy. Remember that investing in cryptocurrencies are high risk and you could lose 100% of your investment. One final note in closing. We do not pay anyone to appear on our show, or receive a fee for producing or hosting guests. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to visit our website at www.cryptoquestion.tech, or follow us on Twitter or Instagram at CryptoImpartial.